The third and the most important secret of success, to me is the most important, is social commitment. If you are successful, you have got to be successful only because of that. Move it further. It is not decided. How much money you have does not decide success. How much of power you have does not decide success. What decides? Socrates says in a very harsh way. He says, success is measured by the number of people cry when you die. Success is measured by the number of people cry when you die. These are very harsh statements. I did one small exercise, my friends. I was teaching the university students, the MSc students in the chemistry department. I asked a very funny question to them. Suddenly asked them, how many of you know your grandfather's name? I can ask this question to you also. How many of you know your grandfather's name? I am sure all of you. Very good. Brilliant students. That's enough. How many of you know your grandfather's father's name? Good. Quite a few hands. Thank you. How many of you know your grandfather's grandfather's name? Good. Please down. That's enough. Some of you know at least. Yeah. But in my students, please put your hand down. But in my university, students are not as intelligent as you. When I asked them, what is your grandfather's name? No hand went up. I was shocked. How is that? You don't know your grandfather's name? One girl stood up, answered rudely and said, not worth remembering, sir. I said, my God, your own grandfather's grandfather, why not worth remembering? What is so great he has done for me to remember, sir? I said, Amma, cool down. The way she was angry, cool down. I said, now I'll give you some more names. If you know the names, please raise your hand. I told my students. I said, how many of you know Lord Rama, Ayodhya Rama? Everybody raised their hand. I said, good, very good. Then I said, Krishna. Everybody, yes, yes. Then I asked him, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus Christ, Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Shankaracharya. Everybody raised their hands. I said, look, I have a problem now. I am not the great-great-grandson of any one of them, but remember all their names. Am I right? I am not the great-great-grandson of any one of them, but remember all their names. But I don't remember my own great-great-grandfather's name. Why is that? I gave 5 minutes time for them. There is one child in my class, brilliant. She got first rank in MSc, joined IIM Ahmedabad. Now she is running her own industry in Dubai. Brilliant child. She had tears in her eyes. I said, what happened, Padmini? She said, I got a lesson of my life, sir. I got a lesson for my life. What is that? She made a statement, my friends, which changed me. My student taught me a lot. She said, I learnt a lesson, sir. Anyone who lives for himself shall not be remembered by the world, and anyone who lives for others shall not be forgotten. Is it not true? If you live only for yourself, your great-grandson will not remember you. But the moment you start living for others, you become immortal. Whole world remembers you, will not forget you. That is what it is. And the last one, my friends, speak to others as if today is the last day of your life. I have another 5 minutes time. I'll share something magnificent with you and stop. I want to stop at that note. What social commitment is all about? It's a real incident which happened in Chennai, in my friend's house. I wrote this story and put on the net about 5 years ago. I have received not less than 20,000 letters. 20,000 letters telling me that the story has changed my life. It could also help you, my friends. Please visualize the story along with me. I mention the story and stop. This is one way of realizing the potential within. In a house, father was reading the newspaper. And the mother shouted, how long do you read newspaper? Enough of it. Enough of newspaper reading. See what your daughter is doing. It happens in every house. When son or daughter does something good, father or mother will say, my son, my daughter. If they do something wrong, father will tell the wife, your daughter, see, your son. The moment the word your comes, something is a problem. When the lady said, look at your daughter, he thought something is wrong. He kept the paper down and saw his 6-year-old daughter was crying. Why was she crying? He could see the child's mother was forcing her to eat curd rice. And child hates curd rice. Mother says it's good for health, eat it. Child says I don't want it. And child is crying. This father kept the paper down, went and sat next to the child, put his arms round the little shoulder of the child and said, Amma, for my sake eat 2 spoons. If you don't eat, your Amma will scold me. Children are very smart these days. Child wiped the tear and said, Papa, not only 2 spoons, I eat the entire bowl of rice. But can you give me what I wanted? Children are very sweet when they want something. And they know when to put the hook. Father was in a generous mood, said, okay child, eat it, I'll give you whatever you want. Child did not eat, looked at the mother. Mother was still angry, she was walking at her. And child said, Amma, you should also promise, I'll eat curd rice. First eat, then I'll give you. Child wiped the tears, ate the entire bowl of rice. Father could understand the pain of the child. Poor child does not like curd rice. She wants something, I don't know what she wants. For that sake she is eating the rice. She finished eating rice, drank water, washed her hands and mouth, came back. Father was sitting on the sofa. Little child, 6-year-old child, jumped on the father's lap, put her little arms round the neck of the child. I told you, children are very sweet when they want something from you. Put the neck around the hands around the neck and very sweetly said, Papa, now will you give me what I wanted? Father's heart sank. In a generous mood, he had given a blanket check. But if supposing she asked something big, he said, Amma, you know your father is not a very rich man. Don't ask something big. Ask something cheap. Papa, it is very cheap. Then ask. When the child was ready to ask, she could become conscious that her mother and her grandmother were watching her only. Everybody was watching her. When she became conscious, she came very close to the father's ears and then said, Papa, tomorrow is Sunday. He said, yes child, tomorrow is Sunday. Why? Then don't hesitate, ask. Then will you take me to barber's place and get my head shaved? Girl is asking, can you get my head shaved? Father felt as though he put his hand in a 230-volt socket. What are you talking? Girl, child getting the head shaved? Not allowed. The mother and her mother jumped up 3 feet in the air and said, Che, inauspicious. Girl shaving the head? Not allowed. And father said, why do you want to shave your head? The child said, I want it. Why? I don't tell you, but I want to shave my head. Why? I'll not tell you, I want it. Father tried to say, Amma, you have a beautiful face, big eyes, long hair, you look so nice, you know. Shaven head, you will not look nice. Nice or otherwise, I want to shave my head. And then the child started crying. Papa, other day told me the story of Harishchandra and told me once you promise, you should stick to your promise. 5 minutes ago you promised me that you will do it. Now you are not standing by. Father looked at the opposition party, wife and the mother-in-law, and said, okay child, I'll do it tomorrow. There must have been a Kurukshetra in the house that night. Next day morning he took the child, got the head shaved. The next day, Monday morning, child was ready to go to school. Please visualize the child. 6-year-old child, bright uniform, nice backpack, water bottle on the shoulder, tiffin carrier in the hand and shaven head. Father took the child in the car, dropped her near the school. Child went and stood near the gate. Father shouted, go inside, don't stand here. She said, no Papa, I am waiting for my friend. Father also waited in the car. After 1 minute, another car came behind and stood behind this car. One boy jumped out of the car. Same age as this girl, same uniform, similar backpack, same kind of water bottle, similar tiffin carrier and same shaven head.